Okay. We are not gonna give up. We're gonna do this again. We are gonna do this one more time. I just need to switch this off for a second. Hey, Atsuki. How's it going? Oh, yeah. I hope everything is fine. Thank you very much for the 13 months. Crazy. So, I painted them yesterday. The screenshots that I did. I figured it out how to do it all, and I spent my lunch kind of troubleshooting. And there were some people there helping out, and I spent like 40 minutes or 50 minutes modeling this guy, trying to figure out like why it did certain things. I'm still not really comfortable with how the whole process works, but we're gonna figure it out together again. But I did spend like 10 minutes paint job on top of the model just to test out, you know, like the legs of it. So I think it has a lot of, you know, I used to do this a lot before. I used to have a lot of fun painting on top of like a quick model. So what I used to do at Sega, I used to do half an hour model, half an hour paint every lunch break. So hopefully we will be able to get something down. Hey Zeolin Bruno, what up? So today I will be doing modeling again. We're gonna have to figure this out together. Right? I can't cheat and paint on my first ever model in Blender. That red one. We need to do it differently today. Hey, Dr. Sheldon, Cosmoverse, Amir, what's up? We're gonna do this one more time. Shame on the person that gives up, right? But it's okay to fail, and all that. We will get this. We will master this. I'm not gonna give up. So let's do this. So the shortcut that I didn't remember yesterday was Control 5, and then the shortcut was to subdivide, and you can increase and decrease subdivision over there, and then you have to click apply. Right. That's the part I forgot last warm-up. Hey Sharsa, Frox. Failure recommended. Absolutely. That's the only way to train and get better at it. You have to learn and adapt, right? So that's, you know, that's how you do the first step, right? And Dinotopo you always have to switch to on. And what I learned yesterday is relative detail is depending on how high this number is, and it adds more detail or less detail, as far as I understand. So you see really high, and if we do a low number, it adds a lot of finer mesh. So that problem is solved. I figured that part out, so we're good in that sense. And it's also, I also make a mistake about like smooth shading. I'm not really sure. Yesterday on the lunch break, My idea here is I'm going to try to make an alien with flaps at the mouth, with a small row of teeth here. We'll see how that goes. Yesterday there was a lot of bugs about smoothing. I'm not really sure what kind of mistake I made on my lunch break. But the mistake was something with smooth shading active, and then I was up pressing, and then it kind of broke somehow. I'm not entirely sure how that worked, where that I made that mistake. I'm guessing it is a problem that's gonna still be there until we figure out until I figure out what I'm actually doing. But like that, right? So if I lower the vol number, okay, so it adds more. Okay, cool. And then smoothing doesn't really smooth it, but I guess it's like you have to work up the resolution probably. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna figure this out together. Hey, Rock Knight Studios. It's relative to the zoom, I think. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? We start. What up? No, there's no donation. 200k involved. It's about VIPs, like regulars for years, right? I want to give them something special for they are always here every morning. Frogs, I've been streaming for, this is the 5th season, which means more or less the 5th year. Okay, I have no picture in my head what this alien should look like, mind you, other than the kind of mandibles in the front with teeth, you know, like the generic, oh, here's an angry alien head, like everyone is making, right? But we'll see where it leads. Regardless, we're gonna do half an hour of modeling, and then tomorrow we are gonna paint it. So the game plan is, ideally, is we'll have enough time today to model it and to set up just a basic light screenshot. Bruno, yeah, I figured that part out, like zoom, relative and constant, yeah. Tamaz, yeah, exactly. Captain Boss, how's it going? Alien head, indeed. Froax, yeah, there is needless to say, there is a lot of episodes you can go down the route of, and explore. Season 1 is more or less 100% just random warm-ups of me painting random things. Season 2, I started, I think I started in season 2 about asking for topics, I think. But it was also very heavy on I don't remember. Was it season 2 or 3? I also did ArtStation challenge competitions. Man, I've been streaming daily for so many years now. It's hard to remember which is which. Rock Knight Studios, yeah, approximately, I'd say 2 hours. I spent 1 hour learning it last week. One warm up, which I'm not counting because I wasn't really doing anything. I was just failing. And then I spent 1 hour lunch, trying to figure out the program fully. I'm far from understanding how this program works. But at least yesterday, lunch break, I figured out how to start. I had to go back to that instructional video and remind myself what he did. And what that guy did was just a keyboard shortcut for subdivision, which was Control 5, and then apply the subdiv on that cube, which I didn't remember at all. Like, I remembered that he did something, right? I couldn't remember what it was, but now I do, and it won't escape my mind because it's such an easy thing, and I'm accustomed to that idea now. Amir, yes, that means that Blender 3D topics is soon. We're soon ready to go to your topic and on what I should model. The only thing I want to figure out before we jump to that is this little thing I want to experiment with, which is I want to learn how to box model correctly in Blender. I know how to box model in Maya. That's not the problem. What I want to know is I want to get accustomed to how that works, so that let's say the topic is a Spider-Man or anything, right? So what I want to do with box modeling is quickly box model a character or proportions up with mirror, and then apply subdiv so it becomes smooth, so I get the pose, and then I can quickly model on top of it, right? Or that's one of the reasons why I start with a sphere today. That nostril, by the way. That's why I started with a sphere today, because I haven't figured out how to box model yet. But what I want to do with every warm-up when we switch to your topic is to do a quick box model setup. I want to do a robotic face. I'll do a box with a sphere, kind of smash it together, simple block out, right? And then I switch to sculpting. So I don't need to spend time sculpting something that I could have done way faster in box modeling. That's my idea, right? Before we can switch to oh yeah, right, shortcut was F for brush size. Thanks to 2 weeks something yesterday lunch. Said like F is shortcut for brush size, which is really cool. I am not happy with that face. That's a bit better. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's the current thing that keeps me back from doing your topics, is the box modeling aspect. But we will figure that out as well on the stream, I think. And one thing I've yet to figure out, which I encountered, piggy nose, is redo Control Y. Oh shit, I shouldn't click shortcuts. Shift Control Z. That piggy nose is kind of works, but also doesn't. Sorry guys for not reading chat. I'm knee deep in this. But let's read. Frogs, yeah, exactly. 30 minutes episodes is fun. It's like bite size. Usually, what I try to do with the warm-ups is have a topic to discuss. You know, so just not me sitting and going so it's actually, you know, interesting, or try to be interesting at least. But not all warm-ups are heavy on content. Sorry. Mash meshes. I'm not really sure what you mean. Amir, I assume it's what you mean is like put two different meshes together and then just like Boolean make it into one object, and then that's it, and then you start sculpting. I think that's fair. You know? I think that's something we're gonna have to do. Hey Kirill, how's it going? So we're halfway in our half an hour. So this is a 15-minute model. I would say it's almost to a point where this 15-minute model we could almost take it into Photoshop. Almost. So if I decrease this, it's gonna add significantly more polish. That's cool. That's good. It looks a bit rugged. I don't know what happens if I switch smooth preview or smooth shading on, and then keep on modeling. I have yet to figure that part out, so I refrain a little bit from clicking that. But the ideal is that at the end towards the end of the stream, we'll do some nice lighting on it or something. I haven't really figured out lighting yet either. I tried it one time yesterday on the stream, and it was mixed results. So that's something we have to figure out together as well, in order for for us to be able to do these warm-ups correctly. But yeah, we are on our way, people. Okay, we need some cool design there. I don't know what that is, but we should try maybe something like that. Oh, pretty cool. Like a skeleton of sorts. Also what we need to get to at some point with these Blender warm-ups is alphas. I don't even know if Blender has alphas. Does it? Does anyone know if Blender has alphas? Alphas being like a textured brush you can repeat as a sculpt, you know, height map. So it's like everything black goes down, everything white goes up, and you can paint with that brush, and it creates these, you know, specific shapes. Kraskar, how's it going? Rock Knight Studios. All the VODs that I do are on YouTube backup archive. So if you want any episode in any year, you can easily find. Just go to the YouTube archive, and there's it's underneath the stream. You see every year season, so you can just dive in there. But like I said yesterday, this is just early days. We're figuring all this out, so we are gonna fail. I am gonna fail. I am gonna make some horrific models. But we're gonna get there together. I knew it. I feel it. I am not worried. Oh yeah, this shape. Completely forgot. Where are we with time? 10 minutes left. Oh. We got this, fam. We got this. Famous last words. Now we're gonna crash and burn. Just because I was cocky enough to say that we got this. But yeah, the reason, for example, I want to do this and do it publicly, like I said yesterday on my failed warm-up, is that I believe, truly believe, that you only grow through failing and learning and not being discouraged of trying something new, right? But like that being said, these models I'm going to be doing for my warm-up has no place whatsoever in my portfolio. You know, they are not meant for portfolio whatsoever. I mean, I'm a sucker for punishment, I guess, for doing it in public. But I believe it's through pressure, you know, the whole pressure and diamonds, you know. Oh, there are, Marty, there are alphas under textures? Oh, cool. Kraskari, man, me too. I'm more or less 2 hours into Blender. Shader node, Rock Knight. That sounds great. I think we need to figure that out as well. We are not there yet in terms of comfortable level, but hopefully we'll get there at some point. But thank you, yeah. Step by step, right? Chunky Gaming, yeah. He's a great gamer. He's a bit toxic, but lots of his skill is really cool. One of my favorite episodes, I'd think personally one of my favorite episodes of all the seasons is when I went into Gamut Masks. I think that's middle of season 2, perhaps. I think that's when I went to start experimenting with Gamut Masks and James Gurney. It was really, really enlightening. Hey, about 12, you're back. Nice. Cool. I'm not gonna play around with it, but I'm assuming. All right, there's alpha's stroke. All right, you can like fine tune the stroke behavior. All right, cool, cool. Oh yeah, Captain Boss, absolutely. I mean, failing is not sure way to success. Absolutely not. I agree completely with you. You have to analyze your mistakes. You have to learn from the mistakes you're doing. You have to learn from the failures. You have to understand what you tried to do, where it went wrong, what you gotta do differently the next time, and all these things, right? You can't just go, oh, I'm just gonna do this until I make it. You will be able to make it through doing that by pure power. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna do it until I make it. Doesn't matter how many times I fail. Just keep doing it. I will make it. In theory, yes, but that path is gonna be so long unnecessarily. The best is to be smart about it. I messed that eye up. Shit. And be smart about it and do it efficiently, you know. I've yet to figure out the whole kind of smoothing and intensity and things, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Rock Knight Studios. Well, thank you. I appreciate the help. It's fun to play around with Blender. It's fun to play around with sculpting, and any help is appreciated. Obviously, about 12 here helped me out yesterday on my lunch break. It was really good, really helpful to help me kind of navigate Blender. It's really, really helpful. So thanks for that, about 12. I wonder if you can dig a hole. You should be, right? Or maybe you need to do it like in edit. already. Let's just make it an ear. Yeah, it works. Ice dye. I did do a warm up. Not really, I haven't, but yeah, that would be fun. Rock Knight, yeah, absolutely. It does help when someone can point you in the right direction. Because for me, the help I need is by help to navigate, right? I don't need help how to model in that sense. But if someone tells me, oh, the button you're looking for, it's over there, you know, that's really, really good. And that speeds the process up significantly, you know. So you're not just a deer in headlights. How about those nostrils, boy? Wow. All right. Ice Dye. That's cool. Yeah, do. Please do. Rock Knight Studios. Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. All right. So let's. What was it? Over here, you switched off the UI. We need to see the light, though. There's the light. We need to go to layout. Look at that. Switch that off. No, I need to see the light. If I do that, does that? Yeah, okay. Light, I need to move you. I need to move you. And how did you turn on that? Oh. Hello? Huh. All right. This does not look very good. So if we go back to sculpting, maybe do smooth shading? Better. Modeling, layout. All right, a bit better. I wonder, like the parameters of the light. You know, if we could. Like it's so undefined. Clock on the spheres to change different materials. Clock on the spheres. Sorry, mate. Don't know. Green light bulb icon. That one? Hmm. Sorry, no. We have to figure this out another time. So what I'll do is, let's say I screenshot that. Oh, hello. And there's me. And then if I go to sculpting, oh no, it changes the angle. All right. Is there fish lens when you zoom? Yeah, it is. There is lens distortion. All right, we're gonna do it like this for now. Until I figure out how to do proper lighting. Maybe even I could set up like a basic studio lighting setup I can have at the beginning, like a prep file where I can just, you know, Ice Dye. All right, cool. Rock Knight Studios. Yeah, absolutely. We can see tonight. Later lab. Switch to orthographic view. I have 2 hours of Blender experience. I don't know where orthographic views is. Is this on this one? This one? Ah, cool. All right, cheers for that. Cool. I figured out where orthographics are. Thanks for that. Later lab. Captain Boss, absolutely not. Absolutely not. 5 on the numpad is what? Oh, cool. Thank you. Ice Dye. Perfect. Perfect. So tomorrow I will do paint on top of this guy. But on Friday I will model a new thing, right? And I will have open channel on Discord, so anyone who has experience in Blender can easily just join on the voice chat and guide me, you know, to navigate, talk me through it, give me points, and so on. So if anyone want to do that on Friday, fantastic. So this is first actual real attempt at model sculpting in Blender. I did one model last week where I was going where there's the dude went through all the buttons. This is carve, this is push, blah blah blah. So I was kind of experimenting, going through using each tool on every model, and it turned out dog shit. I did one last lunch where I experimented and absolutely failed, which you could see here in Photoshop. This guy, I painted on top of him. So I guess it's my third ever Blender model. Baby steps, we're gonna get there. But we're getting there, right? Ideally, at some point soon, we're gonna do the standard dice roll of topic. So you're gonna suggest to me like a robot, frog, monster, whatever, and I will try to speed sculpt it in 30 minutes, like the noob I am, right? And then the day after, I'm gonna paint on top of that model in Photoshop to do the things I didn't have time to do in terms of texture and hair and so on and so on. So tomorrow we're gonna do paint on top of this guy. I'm imagining like yeah, like gritty looking. So we're gonna try to see if we can make him look dirty and things. So that's the plan moving forward, and how I'm gonna force myself to learn Blender efficiently is by being under extreme pressure. Anyways, 30 minutes, not too bad. I can see with practice how we get where we need to go, but we're not there yet. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Let's raid. We're gonna raid Chloe. She's a streamer doing traditional media. Really cool. Very, very, very calm. Good night if you're this part of the world. Have a great day if you're in this part of the world. Have a good one. We're gonna learn this. Don't worry. We're gonna slay this beast. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for the help.